Hi, people. Guess what? UPS finally got here tonight, and I just got through straightening out my tie. Now it's there. We go. I told you I was going to freak some of you out and get all dutied up one of these nights. I hate this. This is backward from how I think. Yeah. Oh, anyway, what I want to do is now I want you to understand. Living Lake Time, Casey and I are friends. Um, Now there's an issue that we do not agree on, and I just want my side to be known. Is why I am taking the stance that I am. Oh, by the way, I got my new. I don't know if you notice the lighting, of course, it's like reflecting. I'm gonna take my glasses off and see. Oh, I look like crap. No, I'm gonna keep them on. Anyway, I'm trying to get it to where they don't reflect. This got one of those ring lights. It's got like I've got it on medium right now, which I put it on the brightest setting, and it's like frickin' blinding. I look like a ghost. But I think it's okay on this setting. It's better than the lighting that I did have, I think, anyway. You can let me know what you think. I know it's distracting with the light in my glasses, so I wonder if I can... Now I look like an old maid teacher. Let me just... hopefully... This has got a pretty good mic on it. I noticed when I tried it out earlier that I had my heater on, which you can't hear with the other mic, but boy, you could hear it loud and clear with the mic. This has got built-in stereo mics on, oh yeah, it's almost 8 o'clock, so I'm kind of tired. So hopefully I can get my thoughts together. The reason I titled the video as I did tonight is because there was a guy that I used to play music with. He was a friend of my dad's. His name was Jim, and he was an alcoholic. He and his wife both were alcoholics, but he was one of those guys that would just take the shirt off his back for you, would do anything for you. And I remember he asked me to go. I used to go around playing drums with a lot of bands, and a lot of my dad's friends, when they would get gigs, they would always call me up because I was good. I was a good drummer. And they knew that I didn't get drunk and just go off half-cocked or whatever. So, I ain't saying I didn't drink, but I just, I didn't get wasted. But one night we were driving back, and I don't even remember how the conversation came up. And there was somebody I was talking about who had lied to me about something. And this guy, he had no education. He couldn't even read. But you can't say he's too wise being an alcoholic, but he did have a lot of wisdom. And he said something to me that stuck with me all these years. He said, never trust a liar. He said, if they will lie to you, they will steal from you. I was probably about 24, 25, I think 24. I think I was probably 24 because that was before I went off to college in another state. So I was about 24. Not that it matters, but it's a long time ago. That was a good 5 years ago. So, but I always remembered that. And so, not that I trusted liars to begin with, but that saying of his stuck with me. That if you lie to me, in fact, ask a cop one of the things that pisses them off the worst. Get you in trouble the fastest. And that's if you lie to them. You lie to a cop, you're going to jail. If it's a jailable offense. Forget about trying to talk yourself out of a ticket or talk yourself out of jail if they find out that you lied. Oh, man, hang on. If they find out that you lied to them, they ain't going to be a happy camper. So I don't like it when people lie to me. If somebody lies to me, I'm not saying that I won't ever trust them again, but you're going to have a hell of a time getting me to trust you if you've lied to me. There's been several girlfriends who I found out after a while lied to me, and I always regret it. Every time that I forgave them and decided to trust them, maybe some of you have had the same problem with someone that you've dated. Once they lie to you, forget it. That's it. Because if you're going to lie to me, I cannot trust you. So I will never trust a liar. So why don't I trust the information that I was given? Because she lied to me. And not just on one thing, but on several. All right, and I'm going to tell you what they were. Let me bring my notes up here because I can't do this all from memory. All right, first of all, she said that she saw Nick's video footage. Nick, the service driver. She said she saw Nick's video footage. She said that she saw pictures of Kylie at her autopsy. She said she found the black box information. And then she specifically told me that she got it from Pacer. I'm sorry, but that's impossible. None of that information is available in Pacer. None of it. The only thing that's available in Pacer are court documents that have been filed in federal court. There are no case files other than legal things filed with the court, such as affidavits, summons, complaints, whatever it is that's going to be used with the court. Case information, videotape, all that stuff. It's only documents. All right, I'm going to show you that. Okay, this is straight from the Pacer website. It says the public access to court electronic records, Pacer service provides electronic public access to federal court records. Pacer provides the public with instantaneous access to more than 1 billion documents filed at all federal courts. Registered users can search for a case in the federal court where the case was filed or search a nationwide index of federal court cases. All right, this next that I'm going to show you here, it's an explanation in Wikipedia about Pacer and what it is. It says Pacer, acronym for Public Access to Court Electronic Records, is an electronic public access service for United States federal court documents. It allows users to obtain case and docket information from the United States District Courts, United States Courts of Appeals, and United States Bankruptcy Courts. The system is managed by the Administrative Office of the United States Courts in accordance with the policies of the Judicial Conference headed by the Chief Justice of the United States. As of 2013, it holds more than 500 million documents. Okay, then it goes on to say, says each court maintains its own system with a small subset of information from each case transferred to the U.S. Party/Case Index server located in San Antonio, Texas at the Pacer Service Center each night. Records are submitted to the individual courts using the federal judiciary's case management/electronic case files system, and usually accepts the filing of documents in the portable document format through the court's electronic court filing e-filing system. Each court maintains its own databases with case information. Because Pacer database systems are maintained within each court, each jurisdiction will have a different URL. In other words, web address, if you don't know what the URL is. It's their web address. Next, it says the Pacer system offers electronic access to case dockets to retrieve information such as a listing of all parties and participants, including judges, attorneys, and trustees, a compilation of case-related information such as cause of action, case number, nature of suit, and dollar demand, a chronology of dates of case events entered in the case record, a claims registry, a listing of new cases each day, appellate court opinions, judgments or case status, types of documents filed for certain cases. Many courts offer imaged copies of documents. This is probably going to be in a JPEG or PNG file. Okay, you notice it doesn't say videos relating to a Placer County case, not federal. And even if the FBI was involved, there still would be nothing in there from the FBI unless they actually filed documents with the court, which they're not going to be doing unless they're planning on arresting somebody. Because unless they're going to court on it, unless they've got somebody that they arrested and have filed the arrest warrants, filed whatever other paperwork, affidavits, probable cause, whatever it is that they have filed, that's the only thing that's going to be there. It's not going to be any accident report information. Now, that may be submitted as evidence at trial, but unless there's a trial, there's not going to be any. Oh, I'm thirsty. It's actually, I don't have any heat turned on in here, and I'm just like, it is so freaking hot. That was a mistake wearing this, but this isn't going to be much longer. Now, I want to read something. Now, whether you believe the Bible or not, it doesn't really matter, because I think that this is applicable to this situation. I'm going to tell you why. In James chapter 2 verse 10. Okay, let me preface this by saying this. When God gave the law, he gave the law, not laws. Okay, there were many what you could call laws, many aspects to the law, but the law is a whole. You got 10 commandments, but it's all part of the one law that God gave. And of course, Copper has to start making noise. Copper, that's enough. Stop it. Well, he got a new collar today, too, which I thought was too small for him, but I was putting it on wrong. It's one of those, I can't remember what they're called, with the little chain thing in front. Anyway, James chapter 2, verse 10. For whosoever shall keep the whole law, and yet stumble in one point, he is guilty of all. For he who said, do not commit adultery, also said, do not murder. Now, if you do not commit adultery, but you do murder, you have become a transgressor of the law. Okay, so what that basically means is this. In God's eyes, Well, I've never killed anybody. I've had people say that to me. Oh, I've never killed anybody. Well, have you ever told a lie? Yeah. Well, then you've killed somebody in God's eyes. Because if you offend in one point, you're guilty of all. Now, if you ever committed adultery, you're also guilty of murder in God's eyes. If you're guilty of breaking any of the things that God said, no, 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 you're guilty of breaking the law. The law is a whole. You can't split it into sections. It is one law. All right, now, how does that apply to what I'm saying? To me, the biblical principle is this. If you're guilty in one area, you're guilty of all of it. So, let me apply it to what I'm saying. If you lied to me in one point, to me, you've lied to me in it all. If you have deliberately and intentionally told me a lie, how am I to believe anything else that you're telling me? Okay, lie number one. You said you viewed Nick's footage and you got it in Pacer. That is a lie. It's not there. It is impossible. You said you saw Kylie's autopsy videos and that she looked like she'd only been in the water 2 days. I'm sorry, that's not in Pacer. You said that there was an original copy of Kylie's autopsy. That would not be in Pacer. Number one, it's not a federal case. It's not something that's been filed with the federal courts. You said you had the black box info that you got from Pacer. No. Sorry, impossible. It's not there. I dare anybody to challenge me on that. You want to prove that she's telling the truth? Okay. You show me that kind of stuff. County cases, county case files, county autopsies. Show me that that stuff is in Pacer. If you do, then I'll say I was wrong. But I know I'm not. Because I talked to somebody who works in that system, and they're the ones that turned me on to what it really has in there. And so I started doing some research on it. And I found out that everything she told me about Pacer is a bunch of crap. That stuff is not in there. Not in there. Okay, so you lied to me about that. And let me tell you what else she lied about. Okay, this, and I have to thank Harsh Reality for finding this and sending it to me, because he's the one that found this. I thought he was kind of out of line in what he said and not listening to anything else that I say. I thought that was a little extreme, Harsh. I think that was totally unnecessary, and I didn't like that at all. Because just because I made a mistake on one thing doesn't mean I'm wrong on everything else. And just because you like the fire cam footage and you espouse the fire cam footage, that's the only reason you're saying that crap. So you're not fooling me. All right, so anyway, if you don't want to listen to me, go ahead. Don't listen to me. I don't care. But the ones that want to listen to me, that know most of the time I'm right. All right, now look at this. This is what she sent me. No, she didn't send me this. She sent me a text which was copied and pasted from this document, complete with typographical errors and all. All right. She sent me this in text saying it was from Kylie's original autopsy. Which you can see this article was written by paramedic Michael McCabe. But yet, when I confronted her about this, she still tried to gaslight me and tell me this was from Kylie's autopsy. Bullshit. All right. Notice this. If you remember my videos, some of you might not have seen it. I'm not going to put it back up. But this is the quote that I did word for word I copied and pasted it and showed it to you just as it is here, which says frozen tissue has distinct damage when viewed under the microscope. Ice crystals form within the cells and rupture the cell membranes, causing catastrophic structural failure, blah, blah, blah. All right. I confronted her about that, and she still tried to gaslight me and tell me that was from Kylie's autopsy. Oh, at first she said she never said that. And then I told her, I said, well, go back and look at this date at this time, the text that you sent me. Well, then she started acting like your normal gaslighter and started trying to throw it back on me, which I don't play that shit. All right, I've had women try to do that to me before. Ain't gonna work. I ain't gonna be gaslighted. Trust me. I know that tactic all too well. Learned it a long time ago. But she still tried to tell me that this was from Kylie's autopsy. No. It's from an article from Michael McCabe. Word for word. Even the one little parenthesis or quotation mark before mush, there should be a quotation mark after. All right, that's that. So it even had that in the text that she sent me. So obviously, she copied it, copy and paste into her phone, texted it to me, saying it was from Kylie's autopsy. Okay, now Casey says she's not a troll. Okay. He says he doesn't see her being a troll. How not? I don't understand. She's gone around to all these different true crime channels and spouting this stuff. She didn't even give me a real name. So, I mean, this is proof right here, people, that she was lying to me. The black box information, she said she got it out of Pacer. No, not possible. It's not there. Not possible. So where did she get it? I don't know. But with everything else that she's lied to me about, why should I believe in the black box information? Now, it could be that Hobart Mills is somehow involved in this, and the more information I'm finding, maybe there is something to the black box info, but I don't know. Maybe it's just coincidence. Maybe it's just a rumor that someone once started so people would start searching that area and, take them away from somewhere else. One of the first things out of her mouth, and I never even, the name Jagger never came out of my mouth. One of the first things she told me was, well, I saw the Nick's video footage, and it wasn't Jagger. Okay, my logic starts clicking, and it tells me if she volunteered that information so quickly, why? I never asked about Jagger. I never asked, was it Jagger in the video? I never said a thing about that. But yeah, that was one of the first words out of her mouth was, not Jagger. Ooh, rocking chair. I need to set up my computer on the front porch. Oh, anyway, that is pretty much oh, I'm so thirsty. It's so hot. So now I'm going to get done with this video, get out of this monkey suit, and get back into my t-shirt and shorts. Well, actually, I already am in my shorts. You just can't see it. You know what I was thinking would be funnier than hell? Go down put on this on top, and then put on my gym shorts or my other shorts, my cargo shorts, and my flip flops, and go down to the grocery store. It's too cold for that right now. Actually, today wouldn't have been too bad, other than it was raining all day. So anyway, that's why I can't buy that stuff. You lied to me in one point. To me, you've lied to me in everything. So I can't buy it. Now later, if some information comes out that's verifiable and it hasn't been lied about, then cool. I just want the truth. I don't care about being right or wrong or whatever. If Hobart Mills was involved, if there was a reason that she was taken there, if she was taken there, if her vehicle was taken there and hidden or whatever, I want to find out. I mean, if that's what happened, cool. That's all I care about, is finding out what really happened. I don't give a crap about being right or wrong, but I did want to defend my position because I just kind of felt after the couple of the videos that have been put out, I don't want you guys to misunderstand me and misunderstand why I'm taking the stance that I am. So I hope hopefully you'll understand why, the logic behind my position on this. I don't trust liars. You lied to me in one point, that automatically makes me assume you've lied to me about everything. And that you have an agenda. Alright, so I gotta figure out, I guess, man, I hate taking my glasses off though, because I look like, especially this time of night, man, I got like Mr. Sandman. I got more bags under my eyes than a sandcastle. Or whatever. You know what I meant. Maybe not, but who cares? It's time to get this processed and then get ready to go to bed, because I'm tired, if you can't tell by my eyes. But I did want to try out my new camera tonight, and hopefully y'all like it. All right.